all my floss tube friends, it's Carolyn, and I'm finally back up for an update. It's been a little while, so I'm just happy to be here. And it's late, it's after work, but I've had cross stitch spread all over my kitchen table for 3 whole days now, and we're tired of not having anywhere to eat. So tonight's the night, it's getting done, the house is quiet, and we're gonna talk about, this is my channel, we talk about cross stitch, a little bit about real estate, we have a little real life real estate moment, and a little bit about my life. So before we get into cross stitch, I just want to share with you our little real life real estate moment. I just closed a house, and I learned something I didn't know, so I want to share with you because maybe it'll affect you. If during the pandemic you took advantage of any relief funds, COVID relief funds, let's say you lost your job or something happened and you couldn't make your mortgage payment. Now there's a foreclosure moratorium, so the bank couldn't foreclose on you, but the money that you owed them every month, you still owe that money every month. Then the government has relief funds and that you can take advantage of, so the bank gets paid and it doesn't affect your credit, and it is super helpful for anybody who was adversely affected. Just know that money will have to be paid back, and that will be like a silent second on your mortgage, and it will be attached to the deed of your house. So when you go to sell your house, the title company pulls up a title commitment report, and it says in order for these sellers to sell the house, they have to pay off this mortgage and these HOA fees and whatever, it all comes out of your proceeds, right? So it usually works out really well. But if you took advantage of the COVID relief funds, that's an additional mortgage, second mortgage, that's attached to the back of the loan. Most of the time, you don't have to make a payment on it. You're not charged interest on it. It's a fixed sum, but it affects your payoff, and it affects how much is going to be given to you at the close. And it has to be disclosed to your realtor. So you might not understand that that's what it is. You might not understand, I want to say this right, that's a separate thing away from your mortgage. I think people thought, oh, this is just being added to my mortgage. No, your mortgage is still your mortgage, like the one you took out when you bought the house or refinanced or whatever. Any money that is used to bring you from being behind to being current, that's extra, and it's a second mortgage attached to the backside. So just disclose it to your realtor. Even if you don't think that it's a second mortgage, just say, we took advantage of some emergency relief funds, so let's just, if we know, we can deal with it. And the reason why I bring this up is anytime you have to get a second payoff, first of all, it's going to decrease what you think you're going to be able to put in your pocket. So be aware of that. And second of all, if in the course of the transaction it comes to light later rather than sooner, it could delay the close of escrow. And you would have to get all parties to agree to extend the close of escrow. And most of the time, it all works out. It all works out. And you just have to stay patient. And if you're on the buy side, if you're buying and this is going on and there's a delay, just be patient. It'll work out. If you're trying to sell and it's stressing you out, just be patient. It'll work out. It always works out. But I just don't know that we've heard about this or talked about this. I was on the phone for many hours with banks and title companies and my clients as we work through this. So I think as more people are, selling their homes, the economy is coming back, I guess, this is going to come up. So just put that in the back of your head. If somebody love yourself, if you took advantage of the relief funds and you want to sell your house, just disclose it so you can find out sooner rather than later if it's going to work. So that's my real life real estate moment. Okay, enough about business. Makes my head hurt. I have a little tick in my eye. Whew, enough about that. So let's talk about life. We had summer school at the attic. We had so much fun. It was wonderful. 120 cross stitchers came from all over, and we just had such a fabulous time. And then my husband and I and our youngest son and the baby, his wife, the 5 of us got on a plane and went to Hawaii. First time ever in my life. I have never been to Hawaii. We went to Maui and we swam and we walked a lot, and my son and his wife jumped off a cliff. Not a big cliff. Like at the end where all the resorts are, there's this cliff and everybody's jumping off it. So they jumped off the cliff, and I'll tell you what, right now, 4 adults to 1 infant. That is the best ratio there is if you're gonna vacation with an infant. 4 adults, 1 infant. It was amazing, and we had a great time. And then we've just been working and selling houses and going along with life. So we celebrated our 40th anniversary. Did I say that already? We've been married 40 years, and it's kind of a milestone, and I'm really grateful for the 40 years that we've had to create this life. So I have some stitching that goes along with an anniversary. I started an anniversary stitching piece, and I really want to get it done. So let's just dive into stitching because I have a lot to share. Oh, wait. I just got back from the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat. That was so fun because it's the first time ever in my adult life that I have gotten on a plane, flown to anywhere by myself, to have a girls trip by myself. Like I was pretty darn proud of myself and had a great time. And I rented a car and I drove around Iowa, and I went and saw my brother, and because he lived about an hour north of Cedar Rapids where I flew in Cedar Falls, and that was fabulous. It's beautiful. Iowa is beautiful this time of year. It's so green, and there's so many beautiful trees, and there's grass, and we went on a beautiful walk by their house, and then we drove down to the Amana colonies, and I FaceTimed my mom, and then I FaceTimed my husband. I'm like, look how pretty this place is. It's so beautiful. And the weather was sunny and brisk. It was 90 here today, so it was so nice to be in some fall weather. Really had a wonderful time. Just a great retreat, great friends. It was so nice to be among stitchers and to see stitchers that I knew, and big hugs, and meet new stitching friends that I didn't know. That was just really, really fun. I'm going to share a little bit of that, and then I've been working on some projects, and then I kitted up I kitted up way too many projects, and so maybe if I show them to you, I'll be motivated to start them, right? So let's do that. Let's get to cross stitch. Alrighty, I don't know what to do first. Let's talk about October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So there's 2 charity stitching related charity fundraisers going on right now that I know. These are the 2 that I know of. The first one is at the attic, and we have this beautiful tree that is covered in hand beaded ornaments, and each ornament is done by hand, and there's icicles dripping and hand beaded ornaments, and the whole tree is up for opportunity tickets. So for $20 you can buy 5 opportunity tickets, and the whole tree comes home with you, and it comes with a bag for each ornament. It comes with the tree and a bag to carry it in. It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for a beautiful tree, and this is the last year that they're going to do the tree. We won't be able to take advantage of it after after this year. So if you're interested in tickets, you can just send your check. It's either a check or cash. The checks are made out to BCRF, that stands for Breast Cancer Research Foundation, and in increments of $20, so 5 tickets for $20, and it goes up from there. And the or cash, if you live close by, cash is a great way to go. So those tickets will be for sale, I believe, until the mid part of November. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of that, and see if you can't hop on that and be part of that wonderful tree. The second charity fundraiser is this chart by Whilst Iris Naps. I love this. This is so beautiful. This is Eliza M. Stone, and the verse at the end is what I love the most, and it says, "Pray without ceasing." So if you go to Whilst Iris Naps Instagram page and click on her link, they will take you to a link to be able to donate funds to breast cancer. I think it's research. I think it's breast cancer research. And so let me show you. I'm going to do mine. Silk. So let's get ready. Let's get ready to talk about. I have lots of silk today. I got all the silk. So I got to put my tiara on. I have missed wearing a tiara. One of these days, I'm just gonna clean the house, sweep the floors, scrub the toilets in my tiara, just so I can feel a little extra while I'm doing chores. But today we're talking about silk. All right, this is, the chart, yeah, isn't that beautiful? Oh. Okay, these are Belsoise. This is cranberry and porcelain pink, because the chart has both dark and light. And this is fabric. Now, just so you know, almost all the fabric that I've kitted up my new kits with has come from my stash. But I believe this is Lakeside porcelain, vintage porcelain. It's either 40, yeah, it's 40 count. Pretty, huh? This is gonna be really pretty. I'm kind of excited for that. All right, I don't know where to put stuff because I have a big old mess going on in front of me. Alrighty. So, however you can, participate in fundraisers for during this month of October, Breast Cancer Month. Thanks. All right, my next start. I'm going to show you my next start, and this is also the sampler of the month at the attic at the shop. So if you want this, if you purchase 2 of 3 parts, either pattern, fabric, silks, it's a 15% discount. And 2 of the 3 parts works. And I'm, of course, doing it in silks. I'm still waiting for a couple of the silks. We're waiting for the silks to be able to finish kitting these, but it's worth it to get the kit. It's this one, D-Free. Is that just the most beautiful? I love it. That's my next start. And this is my fabric. And it's a Stitcher's 8, and I think it's gonna fit with not very large, you know, I don't stitch with super big margins. So I found this piece. I know that it's Lakeside because I can tell by the coloring, but I can tell you the color, maybe fawn. I had originally picked some pearled barley, but I think it was more gray and light, and sometimes when you're picking fabric, you want it to be a little bit darker so that all these lights will show up. So I just about have all the colors. I'm still missing a couple of pink ones, but they'll be here. Just be patient. It'll all work out, right? I should put that on a t-shirt. Just be patient. It'll all work out. Because it always does. But I can't wait to start this. And Jean's been working on hers. And it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's so lovely. So I love that. And then the next project, we're just going for the next one. I have an autumn one coming up. And I showed this on Jean and I did a video for the shop for attic needlework, and it's this harvest one by Hands On Design, and I converted it to the silks. Look how cute those are. These are dinky dyes. Dinky dyes are not that expensive. If you are looking for like an entry-level overdyed silk, this is perfect. They're like $4.50 a skein. So, and here it is. I'm slowly, ever so slowly stitching. I'm tired. When I get home at night, I start stitching. Like last night, I finished this D and I did this E and I started the S and I was like, I'm getting this done. I have what, 2 weeks? I have 2 weeks left in October. This is getting done. Just hold me to it. Okay? But I'm really enjoying it. And I'm enjoying this fabric. This fabric right here is a standard linen, a Newcastle 40 count. This is 40 count. And it's called anthracite. And it's my version of black. I'm not stitching on black. It's not going to happen. So I think this is a great one. And I also bought some other darker linen, but not black. And I'm going to try that too and see which one I like. So I love these. I love these little chalk designs. All right, the next one I've been stitching on. This is a cute little anniversary piece. Your heart and my heart are very old friends. So when I first met Jeff, we're just about almost 5 years apart. So I was 18 and he was 23, right? 18, 19, 20, 22, yeah, he was 23 when we met. And we met, I just moved into my apartment in college, and he knew my roommates and came over and we were playing games. And they were going to play a game of Uno, and it was a Sunday night, and I didn't know. First of all, I moved into an apartment full of girls I did not know, and he came over, and he was cute. He was tall. I never dated a tall guy before, and they invited me. I was sitting in the kitchen. They were in the phone. They invited me to come and play Uno with them, and I was like, sure, no problem. I mean, who doesn't love a good game of Uno, right? So the only empty spot, we were sitting on the floor, the only empty spot was next to my husband. I mean, he was my husband. Like, I just met him. Like, I knew him like 5 minutes. Not even. So, but I sat down next to him, and he said something. I don't remember what it was, but he said something really cheeky. And you know how when somebody says something cheeky, you kind of like you hit him? So I hit him on the leg. Like, I can't even remember. I just hit him on the leg, and he says to me, "Don't put your hand on my leg." I said, "Don't flatter yourself." It was a match made in heaven. We insulted each other. The first words we ever said to each other were insults. We've been married, we've been dating and married ever since. This is perfect. So that's one thing I noticed about him, though, is we would talk and talk and talk and talk till the wee hours of the morning, and we never ran out of things to say. We've been talking for 40 years. And I always felt like deep in my soul, I felt like I was just getting caught up with an old friend. Like, we had known each other and we were just getting caught up. We hadn't seen each other for a long time, and I still feel that way about him, that we just always have something to say to each other, and I love that about our relationship. So when this came out from With Thy Needle and Thread, it's called Our Hearts, and the verse says, hang on. The verse says, your heart and my heart are very old friends. That's exactly how I felt when we were building our relationship, and we got married a year later. We met it was the end of August, and we got married in August the following year. So it truly was a match. We're still trading insults, just in case you wondered. So I'm this far. I'm not as far as I wanted to be. I really wanted to have this done for our anniversary, but okay. See this little pomegranate guy? So when I stitched him the first time, I started up here with like round and round and round and round, and I was coming up here. It wasn't gonna match, like not even close. So I put him in timeout. And while I was at the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, somebody loaned me their seam ripper, and that was the perfect place to pick it all out. Just pick it all out. So I picked it all out, put it in, and then got some greenery in. So I'm stitching this. I converted it to silks. And I'm really enjoying it. The fabric is Hog Bristle by Fox and Rabbit. That's what I'm stitching it on. I remembered that. So I'm looking forward to getting this done in October. Does anybody think that I can really get two projects finished by the end of October? I'm not gonna do that. Like, let's be real, folks. It's not gonna happen. So the harvest one is gonna get done first, and then the anniversary one is gonna get done second. And then at some point I gotta stitch on Christmas, so. Alrighty. What did I kit up some more stuff, because I'm a professional cross stitch kidder upper. I'm really good at it. Me and Carol Whitchard. She said that in one of her videos. She's like, I'm a professional cross stitch kidder. I'm like, yes! Me too! Me too! I'm so good at kitting them up. Oh. So the next one I kitted up was A Changed World by Scarlet House. I love this. I love this. And she charted this for 103 silks, and the model is gorgeous. She stitched the model on 36 count. So I know sometimes there's questions like, does the, what do you use 103 on? And 103, the 103 silk, it's on the spool. It's beautiful on 46 count. Very dense and close together. It's just mwah, beautiful. On 40 count, it still is really, really nice, because sometimes when you're stitching, especially on hand-dyed linens, the 40 counts are almost like a 41 or 42 threads per inch because of shrinkage. So 103 on 40 count is very, very beautiful, very lovely. Tanya stitched hers 103 on 36 count, and it's great. It's very pretty. And it has more of a primitive look to it, but it's very, very beautiful. So I think you should just stitch whatever makes you happy. Like, there's no rules. There's no cross-stitch police coming to your house and saying, I don't think that's gonna work. So anyway, my heart speaks overdyed silk. That's what my heart speaks. So I did do an overdyed silk conversion. And look at those greens. Like those 3 greens, dark, medium, light. There's beautiful reds, some golds. These are Dinky Dyes, Belle Soie, and Gumnut. I'm very excited to put some threads in here. So that's, and this piece of fabric, It's a lakeside. It's 46 count. You know, you can tell. You know this, right? The margin, the selvage on 46 count is a little ruffled. So that's how you know. And I believe this is Metaroo, maybe? So that's going to be beautiful. And then we had, a moment please, we had a needlework expo, and there was a chart that came in. I didn't see it beforehand. The chart that came in from Kathy Barrick, that is drop dead. It was gorgeous. This one. Oh, I love those birds and those baskets and the man and the woman. The only thing that I may not stitch are all those little single stitch polka dots. Or maybe they're probably not going to do all those. But the rest of it, sign me up. Really, really pretty. So fortunately, she charted for MPI silk, and she also threw in some Gloriana silks. That's on the chart, on the pattern, which is really nice because then we don't have to convert it. So this is 40 count Boston by Seraphim linens. It's kind of a blue gray, and the blues and the greens are beautiful, really pretty. So anyway, this will probably be like a January start. I think this will be a January start, but I think it's really pretty. But just like anything else, if you're waiting for hand-dyed linen, hand-dyed silk, sometimes there's a wait. It is what it is. So thank you for your patience. Make sure you have more than one thing to stitch on at a time, so you can start other things while you're waiting for all your threads to come in. All right, then I did some shopping, well, I did all this kit putting together. That's a lot of shopping. But I did buy some charts, and I just want to share with you some of the charts that I picked up that are at the attic. And there's this one by Stacy Nash. I just love that. I love that white house and the red flower. And I love this. This is part of that series. This is called Butternut House. And when we were at Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat, I saw this being worked on. I love it. It's really, really pretty. Really pretty. The colors are so much pretty. Why is it everything's so much prettier in person? That's really when the enabling happens, is when you're walking around a room and you're like, ooh, that's pretty. So I'm happy I got that. Those are cute. And then, oh, here we go. This is an older with thy needle chart, but I just think it's so cute. Queen of the Harvest. I think that's, yeah, Queen of the Harvest. I got that while we were there. Brendan Gervais was our guest teacher, and I have the kit here I want to share with you. And she had a little shopping. You could do a little bit of shopping, which was really fun because there was things that are not available only through her website, or only through her only through her website. So that was nice. She had those things there. And then I have my book of days. I think this is her prettiest cover yet. Great job. Great job, friend. This is really wonderful. So get yours. We have them. We have them at the attic. Call, order yours, pick it up. Because this year, my goal this year is to open it and use it and decorate it. I got a book of stickers. I have washi. I have mucho washi tape. I have a lot of washi tape because for 2 or 3 years I belonged to a calendar club that came every month, and I got paper and washi tape and stickers. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing, but the whole first year I used some but not all, and at the end of the year I was like looking at like another year of getting more calendar supplies. So I boxed up the first year and took them to a friend with little girls, and they do a lot of crafts. My mom was very disgusted with me that I would spend all that money on those kits and then just give them away because I didn't use them. But I still got them like 2 more years, and then I thought, this is ridiculous. Like I have calendar planner coming out my ears, and so now I'm going to use it in my book of days. So somebody hold me accountable. Ask me how it's going in January 5th. And then at the retreat, Teresa Koga was in attendance, and she gave everybody this most adorable freebie. It was a freebie chart, and that is just too cute. It's charted for DMC, so you know I'm gonna silk it up. Yeah, we're gonna put some silk in. We're gonna put some silk in that one. It's called ABC 123. And it was a gift to all the participants, so that was nice. Then, this is a new release from Needlework Press. Vicki and Megan Jennett. I love this one. MA 1853. It's not very big, and I love that, because y'all know that I don't finish a ton. I love it. And it's charted for classic, all the overdyed cotton, Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts, and Weeks Dye Works. So you know we're gonna have to put some silk to this one. I haven't done it yet, but it's on my list. It's really pretty. And then, so I have started a red sampler a couple of years ago. It's somewhere started. But I found that I saw this one, and I've been seeing online a few people have finished it, and it's so beautiful. So this is going to be one of my red. It's called Red Rhapsody. It's by Rosewood Manor. This is what I love. I love that down there. And I love all the little florally things. Like look at that cute little pin cushion, and she just did her initials. Haven't kitted it up yet, but you know it's going to be silk, and you know it's going to be linen. But I think I have admired this and really liked it for a long time, so I'm excited to get it started. So when we were at the retreat, we had two gifties, and one was a gift, like a Christmas gift, and you took it as a gift, and then another one was a smalls exchange. So the first night we did the gift exchange. I've never done this before. I've never done this before. And so it's a gift exchange. So you brought what you were giving away as a gift, like all wrapped up, and everybody went, and if you brought one, you picked one, and all the gifts were in the front of the room, and we got to pick a gift. And so I'm going to share with you my gift, and I'm super excited about this gift because I'll tell you why. I'll show it to you, and then I'll tell you why. These are ring lock scissors by Premax. They are fabulous scissors. Fabulous. And I'll tell you why I'm so excited. We had these in the shop, and I kept saying, oh, I gotta get me some of those. I gotta get me some of those scissors. Gotta get me some of those. Guess what? I never got me some of those scissors. It just happens, you know, like you think they're always gonna be there. I never got them. So then after I didn't get them, like, oh, I didn't get my scissors. I'm never gonna get my scissors. Oh, you know. Oh, anyway. I got my scissors! I got my scissors! So, what a great, thoughtful gift. It's wonderful. So I got my scissors. Then we did an ornament exchange, a smalls exchange. So I'm gonna insert a picture of the small that I made, which was a happy accident that it turned out with a pocket in the front. In true Carolyn fashion, it was not finished when I got on the airplane. I had finished stitching, I had my fabric all figured out, I cut what I thought I needed to cut, shoved it in a bag, called my sister-in-law because I was going to stay with her for a night. I said, hey, do you got a sewing machine? And she says, yes, I have a sewing machine. And I said, great, because I got to finish a small for my retreat and I could like do it at your house. She's like, sure, no problem. So then when I got there and that night I was working on it, it was late. I was exhausted. We're pushing midnight. I'm trying to put it together. And you know how when things, it's just not coming, this is not coming together. So I thought, I'll just go to bed. When I wake up in the morning, it's a new day. I'll be able to figure it out. So I figured it out. I did my thing. I sewed it. I turned it because I was making a pillow. I turned it. And when I turned it, there was a pocket in the front. Totally happy accident. Then I got excited. I stuffed it and I put a little skein of silk because you can't get a present from the Silk Princess without getting a piece of silk. So I stuck in a skein of silk and some little greenery. So that was my giveaway. And then what I got, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. This is by Blackbird Designs. And you know what, I'm just gonna have to like put in all the words because I don't even know what design it is. I love it. I love it. So the Ornament Exchange is a stealing, like where you steal. And so the first gift I opened up was not this. The first gift I opened up was adorable mouse and a box. And I knew. I'm not keeping it. I just knew I wasn't going to keep it. So I just showed it to everybody, like, here's the next gift you're all going to steal. And so the rules is if somebody steals from you, then you get to either pick, you can't pick what was stolen from you, but you get to pick from what's out there, or you get to pick another wrapped gift, right? So of course, the very next person whose turn it was, they picked the gift that I had just opened. I mean, I knew that. It was so cute. I think that particular gift wound up being stolen, and there's no limit on how many times you can steal. So that gift wound up being stolen until the last person who stole it had her gift stolen from her, so she got to keep it. Like, that's when it dies. If somebody steals from you, and whatever it is you take that next time is yours forever. You don't ever have to give it up. So eventually the little box with the little mouse, and the box was full of chocolate and the little smalls, that was finally picked up or stolen from somebody who had her thing stolen from her. So am I making any sense? It's like the end of the day. I can't remember anything. I can't remember who I got these beautiful scissors from. Please forgive me. So that's what happened to me. It got stolen and then I got to pick. So I picked another wrapped gift because I love unwrapping a present. So I opened up the present and this was what was inside. And I didn't have to give it up or worry about it being stolen. I can't wait to put it out at Christmas. It's Blackbird. Anyway, that was really fun to come home with that. And then I have been doing some Etsy shopping, mainly at Stitch Folk on berries. I figured you just have to be fast. You have to be fast with your mouse. It's 6 o'clock. You have to, let me tell you right now. So this bag came from Barry's Stitch Folk shop. we were in the middle of Sunday dinner. We have dinner every Sunday night at our house. We're in the middle of Sunday dinner. The sale goes up at 6 p.m. Excuse me. I gotta go buy me a bag. Mike's like, where are you going? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll be right back. So I snuck away from the table. Like, you know, you like refresh. So grabbed it, nabbed it. Thank you, Barry. I love it. It's beautiful. I came back to the table. Mike is like, where'd you go? Oh, how do you tell you about it? I just had to go buy some on Etsy. Don't mind me. Anyway, then the next time there was a sale, I got there fast enough. My little fast finger. So this is my second bag, my second berry bag. I love them. They have projects in them. And then my third bag, this is very precious to my heart because this was a gift at summer school. Barry made a gift for Jean and I, and look at this. It says, where's my glasses? The attic needlework where the cool kids go to stitch. Oh my gosh, I just love this, so precious. And I have a project in here. What do I have in here? Oh, this is our summer school project from the Scarlet House. We did this cute, she did a cute box. And this one had all the 103 silks. Which, if you're stitching with 103, I have a little lipstick holder that I put them in, but this is also genius. Do you know why? This will slip over your light and it'll just be right where you need it. And they don't go rolling around on the floor. So, how much do I have done? You want to see? I think I have like 10 stitches. Here we go. There's my start. I should probably get back to this one too. But my very special summer school project and my very special summer school gifty bag from Barry. Thank you. I love this. Very special to my heart. I love this community. We live in a great community of stitchers. It's very, very heartwarming. Anyway, it like going to the retreat, so many people gave out little gifties. There was the tags. So wait. So when I stitch with silk, I bought a bag of these rings on Amazon, and I used the it's late. I keep it on this, but then these guys will go on floss tags. So there were so many people who were so kind and did these little trading tags, and I put the project on the back. See, this is a changed world. And that's the little tag that's going to identify changed world. And I did that with all my projects. I picked out some pretty tags. So I love these tags. I love this idea. And I got to get some made. When I do, I'll let y'all know. Okay, now, who wants to see the project from the retreat? Look at this box. Isn't that cute? It's called Santa Stops Here. And look, Michelle Rudy organized the retreat, and this was our little gift. It's a enamel tin, and there are some cute pins. Oop, there we go. And then the enamel tin, it really does go with the project. So y'all want to see? I know there's been pictures posted, but I want to open this so you guys can see what we saw. So there's the project. She gave a great lecture on Pennsylvania, or I think they were Pennsylvania Dutch show towels. And show towels were something that the girls made that would just lay out and be pretty. And it was a wonderful lecture. It was just really, really cool. So then we opened up our box. This is a flossery. We're going to put our floss on that. Look how cute that is. Then this is the fabric. It's so beautiful. I haven't taken it apart just yet. This is the fabric and the floss. It's Weeks, mostly Weeks Dye Works and DMC. I was talking to Brenda. We know what we got to go up and we would have a little chat, and I said, I'm gonna suck that sucker up, right? She just laughed. So I can't wait to see what beautiful silks will go with this. And then there's this cute needle minder and two charts. Look at this. So cute. So stinking cute. So that's our kit. It was fabulous. It was so fun. It was very Christmassy. And one of the girls at our table, by Saturday afternoon, she had stitched the entire border. She was dedicated. Now me, on Saturday, I stayed, got the lecture, we had lunch, and then I drove to the store, the Woolen Needle, and I don't know where I put my purchases, but I got some wool applique kits. I'm gonna try that. I'd like to try wool applique. And then I just walked around Amanda that afternoon. It was so beautiful. That's when I FaceTimed my husband and my mom, anybody that would listen to me, and I'm showing them the street. I'm like, look how cute this place is. It's adorable. So I probably stitched 35 stitches the whole weekend, but I had a great time. So anyway, I think that's everything for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming along on helping me get caught up. Have a wonderful rest of October. Happy Halloween. And I will get caught up with you later. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the cross stitch community. You guys are the best. Have a great day. Bye.